puppet alignment and counting to 10. Practice as you watch.
All right, and so we're gonna make sure that our shoulder is flat and our elbow is slightly in front of us, right? So we're coming out here with our elbow. Yep, good, yep. And that if you can look at your puppet's eyes, you want them to be looking as straight ahead as possible. Yeah? Very good. So like that, Justin. Very good. Okay. Jordan, is it okay if I adjust Kelly said for you?
Yeah.
So just, can you feel it like that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right, and so now, all together, we are going to count up to 10. Ooh. I want you to have your puppet try to make eye contact with a puppet across the circle. Okay, and we're gonna all count together up to 10. Ready? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very good. So we're gonna do it one more time. And this time I want you to concentrate on where your arm is at. So can you guys see how when I move Jamie's mouth, I am just moving her the bottom part of her mouth, right? And it's sometimes harder to do that if your arm is a little bit further back for some people. Sometimes it's hard if your arm is all the way outstretched. So this is one of the things that is very individual to each puppeteer. You got to figure out where to hold your arm so that it's easiest for you to drop the jaw down, right? Which now that you've got the whole puppet on, it's a lot easier to do that than just with your hand, but all of that stuff that we've been practicing, okay? So we're gonna go a little bit slower and really practice speaking each syllable with the puppet mouth. Okay? Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good.
Add arm movements using the rod. Practice as you watch.
So now that we've got our puppet's mouth warmed up, we're gonna warm up their arms. So what you're gonna do is grip it, and then you're gonna bring it so it holds down. There you go. So all the way straight up and down. Yeah? So what that's gonna do is bring your puppet's arm kind of across its body to its midline. Yeah? And then you wanna keep your arm, and so Melissa, can you hook your fingers in?
I can't hold it that way. It hurts my arm.
It hurts your hand? Okay. How is it most comfortable for you to hold it?
Like this.
You can do it like that? Okay, perfect. Okay. So as long as you can get this as straight up and down to the floor as possible. Yeah? And then what we're gonna do is in that position, you're gonna touch your puppet's pocket. Yeah? Waist. Good. Chest. Good job. Mouth. Eye. Head. Yeah? Good. Now you can see I am still holding my rods good, Elise, so straight up and down like that, right? And that makes my puppet's wrist bend. And that's good because if we were to go like this in real life, our wrist would bend. Yeah? And then we're gonna go back down from head, eye, mouth, chest, waist, pocket. Yeah? Questions? Everybody feel okay?
Oh yeah.
You feel good, Jordan? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, let's do that again. So, pocket, waist, chest, mouth, eye, head, eye, mouth. Good. Chest, waist, and pocket. All right, so now we're gonna combine moving our mouth and moving our hand at the same time, okay? And how we're gonna do that is we're going to say the parts of our puppet that we're touching, okay? So our puppet is going to say the parts of itself that it's touching. Ready? So, pocket, waist, chest, mouth, eyes, head, good, eyes, mouth, chest, waist, pocket. Yeah? Can I watch you guys?
Yes.
All right, let me come in I'm gonna come over here, stand over here and watch from over here. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Pocket, waist, good. Chest, mouth, eyes, head, good. Head, right? Eyes, mouth, good. Chest, waist, pocket. That looks really good, you guys.
Puppet range of motion. Practice as you watch.
Okay, so if I am here, right, and we've got a unique sort of situation with our puppet, right? Because our puppet's feet are below the surface of where the puppet, how do I want to say this? The stage cuts off the visual for the puppet's feet for our audience, right? So our audience is used to this being a surface that doesn't move, right? Essentially for our audience, this is the floor, okay? But our puppet's feet are below the floor, right? So we have to make the audience pretend, right, that our puppet's feet stay on the floor, even though they can't see them. One of the challenges that we have then, because our puppet can't be here, right? Because it can't, their feet don't move independently, right? So if we keep our puppet here, and this is the surface, we still don't have a way to make them walk. But so what we want to do, right, is, do you guys remember in our first workshop where we did the walking in and we turned and we spoke? Yeah? So we're gonna do that a variation of that, okay? But what we have to do now as puppeteers, right? We have to keep a lot of things sort of in our eyes and in our brains, right? We've got to keep our eye on the puppet's eye, so we know where the puppet's looking. We've got to keep our hand down, right? And now we kind of have to use our senses to know where the stage hits the puppet and to keep that part of the puppet consistent with the stage. So if I'm Jamie, yeah, and I want to move, I want it to seem like Jamie is walking, right? I can walk her, but if you see, the amount that she moves up and down is really, really small. Okay? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lots of things to keep in mind. But what's also really cool about it is once you do it a couple times, you just kind of get it in your body, and then you're used to it, right? So I want Jamie to practice walking in, yeah? And she's gonna turn here, and she's gonna kind of look at everybody. So Nina, Jamie's gonna look at you and say, "Hi, Nina." Is she making eye contact with you? Can you see her eyes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Jamie's gonna look at Nina and say, "Hi, Nina," and she's gonna wave, okay? Now, if you look at how I'm waving, my rod is still straight up and down, yeah? So it's kind of like a weird, this way kind of way. But that's what we're working with, right? Hi, Nina. Then I'm gonna look over here and make eye contact with Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hi.
Okay, good. Then I'm gonna say, bye, Ben.
Bye.
And then as I'm walking, I'm gonna say, bye, Nina.
Bye.
Okay? If you want to think about your puppet's way that you want to move your puppet is forward and backwards. This is the primary way the puppet is going to give the illusion that it is in space, okay? Because even if I'm going over this way, right, I'm doing it in a way that is maximizing this front space or maximizing this back space so that I can give the illusion that I'm walking around, my puppet is walking around, but me as the puppeteer is staying still, yeah? So even if my puppet is here, right, and I'm interacting with you here, yeah? I'm still doing that, and then you're gonna come closer to me. Yeah, there we go, and we're gonna give each other a high five, right? But I wanna still keep my hand up so that I'm not talking to you like this, right? So I'm still looking at your eyes, good. And then I'm gonna say, okay, bye. And I can even have my puppet walk, but look, check it out, Melissa. I can even have my puppet walk over here away from you, and you can do the same thing to me without having, I can get my puppet all the way over here. Do you guys see how far away my puppet is from me? Without actually having to move my body. Because the more you move your body, the more your puppet's just gonna naturally kind of bounce around. And that's what we want to avoid. Yeah? Okay, go. Bye-bye.
You better be taking notes.
Yep.
Puppet range of motion using a mobility cane.
So with Kelly, what I think was really interesting, right, is that we discovered, so what I want you to do is hold Kelly's stick, right?
Yeah.
And then Jordan, if you can take one little step to your right, can you feel the table?
Yep.
So what I think is gonna be really cool, right? Jordan is kind of in a unique position, right? Because he actually gets to use the, so I don't think we wanna do that. So I think what you can do, right, is have Kelly's stick on the table. Because I think that's really interesting. And the kids will be interested in that, right? But we don't have to worry about the stick being at the same level as the feet.
Yeah.
Because again, we've got the illusion of the puppet, right?
Yeah.
So Jordan, if you can keep tapping the stick just like perfect. Right, then you're just gonna walk like that, okay? And then stop. And then, if you're here, can you take one step with your left foot? There you go. And then, yes, how about that, you guys? Yeah?
Oh yeah.
All right, so now, I just want you to tell the people who you are.
Hello. I'm can I just say like
You can say whatever you want.
alright. Hello. I'm Jordan and I puppeteer Kelly.
Beautiful. So now, Jordan, for you, your trick, the trick for you is you're gonna keep the stick on the table all the time.
Alright.
Okay? So now keep it still. Just keep it there. And now say it again.
Hi.
Good. Say, I'm Jordan, or I'm.
Hi, I'm Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
and I puppeteer Kelly.
Good. Okay. Do you feel the position that your hand is in right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Can you make the puppet say, hi, I'm Kelly?
Hi, I am Kelly.
What do we think?
Nice.
Yeah?
Nice.
Really nice, okay? So as long as you can feel his head in this position with your hand, right? With your
Yeah.
arm, you can be in this position the whole time that you puppeteer.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Puppet range of motion using a wheelchair.
You are relatively stable in because
Yeah.
your spines, your puppet spines are in the chair,
Yeah.
right? So this is really going to be your range of motion this way for your
Yeah.
puppet, then also forward, right?
Yeah.
Forward and back, right? So let's do this exercise, okay? So we're going to sit here, right? And yep, and then I want you to try to get Allie's attention, both of you,
But,
at the same
okay.
time.
Okay.
And Allie's not paying attention, right? So go ahead and call for her. Try to look at her.
Allie.
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 So now Allie's not paying attention, and you want to want to get her attention. So you're gonna lean forward, right? Careful, careful. So Coley, really only just with your elbow, okay? Not with your body. There you go.
Oh.
Perfect. Just like that. Okay. Do the same thing, Nina. Just with your elbow. Yeah, exactly. So, and then eyes towards Allie, and then really call for her.
Allie.
There you go. And then she pays attention, you can kind of bring her back, right? Yeah?
Okay.
So really, all you guys have to do is
Yeah.
forward and back.
Yeah.
with
Because she's
your
literally
elbow.
just sitting in the wheelchair the whole time, so I don't have range of.
And that's all, but that's okay because your range of motion again is going to be forward and back.
Yeah.
Right? And you guys know you
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
in chairs,
Similar.
right?
Yeah. It's
And that's what
So
I.
even when, so you do, I mean, the slope, the horizon line does change a little bit when you lean forward, right? But again, you still want to keep the eyes level.
Time to review. Puppet range of motion.
So what we talked about today really is puppet range of motion, yeah? And the fact that in most cases, especially if you're working with something like a piece of stage equipment, that your puppet's feet are going to be below the stage level. So you don't have to worry about making your puppet look like their legs are moving. The way that you indicate that your puppet is walking is by keeping their head at the same level reasonably and going side to side and forwards and back that way. And then your arm, if you're going to use your rod as a single rod, kind of just follows that range of motion. So these principles, these range of motion principles will work whether or not your puppet has the ability to walk or if your puppet is seated. For example, if your puppet is in a wheelchair. You can still get this range of motion by going forward and backwards with your elbow, side to side with your elbow. So then even though your puppet's spine is stationary, they still have that range of motion.
We strive at Kids on the Block to give our audiences the best possible experience. So please practice these skills as often as you can. Thank you, Jessica.